Okay, thank you very much. And I think it's when Emil actually says, I don't think I have much to say. He has been my predecessor at the Gambia Press Union. He held the leadership of the GPU at some point, and most of what he has said were things that I actually had in mind. So, but just to say, um, there was a reason why this was actually formed, and that should be one thing that should always be reflective of what we do on a daily basis. When we had the discussions and engagement with the ministry back then, this was some of the things that they said. How do we get most of these online medias to come together? Because as you understand, the media is so much saturated, especially when it comes to online media. And there have been so many things that have been going on in terms of misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. And most of it, in terms of question, goes back to online media. But then how do we collectively engage each other and hold ourselves accountable? We hold people accountable and other people outside there, but how do we amongst ourselves hold each other accountable when it comes to the stories we tell, the information that we put out there? Because we have a duty to the public. Every information that we give out there should be information that is credible and information that is accurate. But because the consumers, the end users of those informations are the ones that actually matter, how do we ensure that whatever information we give them is actually credible and it's also fit for purpose? Because that's our duty to the people. Now, our formula as media is accuracy over speed. But when you look at the current trend, it's speed over accuracy. And we are causing more harm than good as expected. And always the question is actually raised, who are the ones that are peddling this information? So which is why this formation is actually good. We should always be able to reflect on why this is formed and what is our purpose. Emil made mention of one thing, which is sometimes when we're given these positions, we have this sense of entitlement. Oh, I am the president. Oh, and that's it. It's just a position and not the work that is expected. And it's always difficult to work as a group in terms of who actually leads, who does what. You came together to form yourselves. So the responsibility and the onus lies on all of you to make sure that whatever is done collectively and for the greater good of everyone that is within this organization. The GPU has an open door policy, and we are open to support you in every way that we can. The same way you should be able to take ownership of the GPU as you own it is the same way you should be able to hold GOMA as well, that you own it. Ensure that whatever you are doing is done collectively, and then be able to ensure that whatever information that is sent out there is information that is credible and is accurate enough. You should be each other's keepers, not going outside to castigate each other. Oh, no, we can't. We shouldn't do that. It's a family, and every family has problems. But how do we ensure that the problems that we have within ourselves is something that is solved collectively? Because it's ownership, it's partnership, it's a family. And we are bound to make mistakes. We are bound for certain things to happen. But how do we collectively address those issues and ensure that everything that we do out there becomes something that is of a greater good, not only within those within GOMA, but the entire media fraternity? You all do know when it comes to most of the problems, the question is always, oh, it's the online mediums. You all of us actually know that it's the online mediums. But how do we ensure that those problems are actually a thing of the past now? Which is why GOMA is actually formed. So let's ensure that whatever we do it collectively for the greater good of everyone within the media. We will continue to support and engage to ensure that we build your capacities as much as possible, but to also ensure that we're able to hold ourselves to account. Elections are coming, and then we'll have so much more problems that will be coming. But as I always said, the last time when we had the engagement, when we were launching 3 of our documents, what happens if every journalist go by the ethics of the Cherno Jallow Charter? There wouldn't be any question asked in terms of the work that we do. Everything that we need to do is enshrined in the charter, and then it's handy. We have access to it on the GPU website. The pocket size is also available. Make good use of those documents and ensure that what we are doing is up to the task and it's governed by what is enshrined in the Constitution. We have a noble profession. It's daunting, but it's duty-bound, as even indicated in the Constitution. Let's make sure to uphold that and do everything within the best of our ability. Like I said, GPU is here. We are always available to support and guide you wherever it is that we can do, and we will do it. But also, lastly, to end with what Hadijata made mention. You can be part of GOMA you are still under the Gambia Press Union as the umbrella body of all journalists, but you also need to be registered members and paid-up members of the union, because whatever opportunities that we have to give to GOMA should be given to those that are registered and paid-up members of the GPU. So many a times people will say, oh, GPU, Nila, President, beg you. No, GPU, when they say GPU or problems when they mention GPU, it's not me, it's not Nelson, it's not Sheriff, it's all of us. When they mention GPU, it's all of us. All of us comprise the Gambia Press Union. When you are not there, there is no need for an executive or a board of GPU, because you people are there. That is why we are there. If you were not there, we would not be there. So you should be able to take ownership of GPU. One person that I always comment is Flex. Whatever he has, whatever he sees, whatever he thinks that is going wrong, he doesn't hesitate to call or text, criticize, and because that is how we learn and adopt ourselves. And I always praise him for that. Whatever he has, he will be like, oh, Madam President, why don't you think we should do this and this? And this is always taken back to the board. And that's how we expect each and every member, because you own GPU. We are all part of it. We are just there because we are the end. We leave. Another set of journalists come in. But how do we ensure that this becomes a continuous process? If you don't take ownership of the union now, then who takes ownership of it? That's a question. So we need to reflect on all of this. How do we ensure that we make the GPU better? How do we ensure that we make the media landscape better? And how do we ensure that people trust us, people respect us? Because respect is earned and not given. If you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. There are so many things that we open for people not to respect us, but how do we ensure that people respect us, to maintain our trust, our confidence, our integrity in the stories we tell, and how we coordinate ourselves when we are out there? So the onus now lies on you to ensure that you live up to expectation and do the very best as expected of you. Again, the GPU is open, and make sure you pay your dues. Thank you.